Kanga, 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 roo, roo, roo. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the North Melbourne team preview for Supercoach 2026, where we're going to be going through some potential players that we could pick for our sides. But, as always, join my Open League 506 532 and join the Podmasters vs. Public 937 841, where there'll be weekly prizes and the winner will get a Supercoach ring. Alright, so North Melbourne, we know that they've been struggling for a little while. I probably do expect them to be bottom 4 again. Alright, but yeah, might not be many players we want to pick. Alright, but we'll find that out anyway. But first, let's have a look at the fixture. Alright, so if we look at the North Melbourne fixture, they don't play opening rounds, so no early bye. Alright, they play Port Adelaide, West Coast, Carlton. That's a pretty good first 3 weeks. Carlton, Brisbane, then Richmond round 6. Then they've got that annoying first bye round. So could we look to get some of these players in during the mid-season byes? Because, hey, look at this. They play Fremantle. Then they've got West Coast, Richmond, and Essendon during the bye seasons. The bye rounds. All right, and then to finish off, nothing too special there. All right, so could we look to target some players after they're bye free in round 13 or 14? All right, well, we'll find out. All right, so let's have a look at some players now. All right, so first off with the defenders, we've got Caleb Daniel at 507k this year. He's not 200 and whatever he was last year. So, he's averaged 93.7 from all 23 games. North Melbourne love a good, half-back player that's, just takes kickouts and, distributing out of defence. Think of like your Jack Siebels, your Aaron Hall types of the past. All right, but are we going to pick Caleb Daniel at 507k in defence, no longer a mid-forward? I think there are better options out there, so Caleb Daniel is going to be a pass. Colby McKercher. Now, he's a popular pick at the moment. He's currently in my side. He's priced at 449.6k, 83.1 average from 23 games. Second half of the year, he got moved to half-back, and he scored pretty well. And, of course, I didn't have him in my team, so watching him, score 100 plus, really hurts. All right, but because of his slow start to the year, playing in midfield on the wing, he's averaged at 83.1 and could be slightly underpriced, provided that he does stay in that back role. All right, so he's one that I would highly consider. All right, and it does look like he will be playing in that backline role, but just watch the practice games. All right, hopefully Clarkson doesn't play funny buggers with him and move him around. Zane Duursma, who's also available as a forward, he's cheap at 169.9k because he only averaged 31.4 from 10 games. Does he even get into their best side to start with? Well, he's a high draft pick, and I think it might be a contract year for him. So, he's one that I'll definitely be watching pre-season, see if he starts. But at 169.9k, there's probably better rookies forward and back with better job security and probably better role as well. So, I think for Zane Duursma, it'd be a pass. Josh Gota, 119.9k, didn't play last year. He's had his injury troubles over the last few years. Does he start off in their best 23? Not quite sure. Again, there's probably some better rookies around, but he's one that I will be watching. All right, but I think it is going to be a pass also. Matt Whitlock, forward eligible as well, so pretty handy. But he's priced at 119.9k. Could you pick him in your defence or even in your forward line? 21.5 average from 2 games. I think that was sub-affected as well. Again, one that I'll keep an eye on, but I do think they are better forward and defensive rookies at the same price. So watch him. But yeah, I think it's going to be a pass as well. All right, on to the midfielders. Now, LDU. He's one that I was interested in, and I think in my team reveal, my first team reveal, I actually had him in my side, but he's not in there right now. Could he be one that we target for that round after round 12, during the mid-season buys? 526.9k, 97.4 average from 22 games. He's one. I'm not going to start him, but he is one that I'm going to target after round 12. All right, so I'm going to see how his form is, and maybe pick him up, round 13, round 14. All right, because I do think he does have like that sort of high ceiling, but yeah, hopefully watch his form leading up to it. All right, hopefully he's not priced too highly. All right, but even if he has like a slower start to the year, maybe I still might take a gamble and maybe bring him in as like an M8, and hopefully he can finish. But yeah, it's just something I'm thinking of. So we'll wait till round 12, I think. So George Wardlaw, 396.3k, 73.2 average from 13 games. Oh, poor guy, he can't seem to get onto the park. I think he's got a hamstring injury at the moment, so I think he's going to miss a good chunk of the first part of the season. But if he comes back after that bye, could he be one that we target? Because he has very high points per minute at 396.3k, very awkward price. Maybe he's one you could get after round 13, and have a few sort of ceiling scores, because they've got that easy run. What was it? West Coast, Richmond, and Essendon, I think it was. During the bye rounds. So during those bye rounds, best 18, you're going to want those sort of ceiling type scores. So that's why I'm looking at both of these, and maybe we can target after round 12. All right, and then would he be a keeper? I don't think he would be. Maybe trade him to another premium after the bye rounds or something like that. All right, so very similar these two. All right, on to the rucks now. Tristan Cherry. Now, after watching, going through all these videos and going through the rucks, watching State of Origin, I don't think any questions were answered because there was like 5, 6 rucks going through the middle there. So no answers. I don't think we're going to get an answer until, well, probably not until during the season, but might get a few clues in round 0. All right, so we're going to watch how the ruck rules affect guys like Tristan Cherry, who's more of that big, strong wrestling sort of type, and then grabs the ball out of the ruck, which counts as a contested possession. All right, and tackling as well. So in my team reveal that I did earlier, I had Tristan Cherry and Max Gawn. If the ruck rules didn't change, it would be easy here to start Tristan Cherry and Max Gawn. But if I only start one of them, so you got Max Gawn, I'm not sure. He can. I'm pretty sure he's still going to score okay. He gets behind the ball as well, takes those intercept marks. Tristan Cherry, if we look at this fixture here, look at this. Round 1, Port Adelaide. So he's going to be against either Dante Vicentini or Jordan Sweet. Either Matt Flynn or Bailey Williams in round 2. Probably either Lockie Blackiston or Vigo Vicentini against Essendon. Pitnet, who can be quite restrictive, or could it be even Liam Reedy? Draper, would Draper be ready by round 5? Could he be rucking against Darcy Fort? Nank, he's pretty easy to score against for Ruckman. Kieran Briggs, or maybe even Nick Madden. And then Geelong, they've given up ruck points as well. So my point is, Tristan Cherry has a dream run to start off the year. So at the moment, I'm still going to put highly consider. All right. But yeah, not 100% sure how the ruck rules are going to affect him. And if they do affect him negatively, he could lose some cash, perhaps. Do I want to pay that much for someone where I'm not quite sure what he's going to average? I'm still going to put highly considered just for now, but after round 0, looking how the scores affect the ruckman, that could change. Do they play a second ruckman? Either CCJ, Callum Coleman Jones, or Taylor Goad. All right, Callum Coleman Jones scored a 1 from his one game. Pretty sure that was he was injured in the first quarter, so he didn't score that like in a full game or anything. He wasn't like Shy Bolton who scored like a 5 or something in a whole game of footy. But he's won. Well, we're gonna watch in the preseason. Watch the selection in round 1 and see if they play 2 rucks. All right, but I don't think they will. But just something to keep in mind. All right, I'm probably actually, if either of them play, I'm probably going to pass. All right, I don't think they're going to score well enough. There won't be a number 1 ruck or anything like that. All right, so let me know what you think. Like, are you confused with these ruck rules? Well, I'm not confused about the ruck rules, but how they're going to affect Supercoach scores. Anyway, might have to do a ruck video before the season starts, or maybe even after round 0 once we get a bit more data. All right, on to the forwards now. All right, Harrison Sheezel. I said last year, this is going to be his last year being able to be selected as a defender before it becomes, a midfield only. I didn't realise that he was going to be able to be picked as a forward. So, at 580k, or 580.4k, he averaged 107.3 from 23 games. I think he's a clear F1 at the moment. He's a young gun. I think he's only going to get better. If he's not in your side, what are you doing? Get him in your side. All right, he's a lock for me. All right, next, we've got Jai Simpkin, who tried to leave. He requested a trade. The captain, another captain who tried to, leave their club. All right, he's no longer the captain. He's available as a midfielder, priced at 470.3k, 86.9 from 21 games. Could he be one that we target after round 12? At round 13 with that run that they've got during the buys, and then maybe keep him as like your 24th player, like that you can swing between M9 and F7 type player. So I think I'm going to target after round 12. All right. So Lockie Doverston, who was recruited with pick walls at something in the high teens. All right, 136k. Obviously didn't play last year. Playing as a small forward in what will likely be a bottom side. I'm thinking Isaac Kako. He'd score like him. Very slow burn. We're going to wait for a spike game. So one that I'll definitely consider. All right, but knowing that it's probably going to be a slow burn. All right, so that's it for the North Melbourne preview. Let me know what you think. Is there anyone that I missed? Is there anything you disagree on? All right, so just let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. See you. Bye.